Hello everyone, and welcome to another edition of All About the Cars of Gran Turismo 7. In this video, we're going to learn all about the 1988 Jaguar XJR-9. Now, this car is only available for purchase at the Legendary Dealer, and if you aren't familiar with the Legendary Dealer, it rotates cars in and out of the dealership every day. So this car may or may not be available for you to purchase at the time that you watch this video, but it will eventually rotate back into being available for purchase again in the near future. So be sure to check back often for its availability. And this car costs 2.2 million credits to purchase. Alright, I'm going to click on this car and we'll get started by going over some of its specs. First, this is a GR1 vehicle, and it comes with 863.66 performance points. It has an MR drivetrain, meaning that the engine is situated at the middle of the vehicle and the rear wheels drive the car. The maximum power is 749 horsepower at 7,200 RPM. The weight is very light, under 2,000 pounds at 1971, and the engine is naturally aspirated. Now we're going to click on Learn More and see what McKeel has to say about this car. Despite their early success in the 1950s, Jaguar didn't enter a works team at Le Mans again for almost 30 years. In fact, they wouldn't return to the race until 1986 when they entered the XJR-6. The XJR-6 was designed by Tony Southgate, who had made his name in Formula One, and it was powered by a naturally aspirated V12 engine. It was the heyday of turbocharged cars, and the XJR-6's uniquely high-pitched exhaust note was instantly recognizable. The sight and sound of a Jaguar tearing around the track once more certainly got the fans excited. 2 years later, Jaguar entered the XJR-9 and finally won at Le Mans, for their first new victory at the 24 Hours of Le Mans since an Écurie Écossais D-Type won in 1957. It had been more than 30 years since their last win. That alone is enough to secure this iconic car's place in the annals of racing history. Alright, that's everything we can learn about this car from the Legendary Dealer, so we're going to back out to the main menu now and go to the garage where I'll get into this car and we'll learn some more about it. So here at the garage, I'm going to click on Change Car and we'll scroll down to J for Jaguar. And here we are, and here's the car. So I'm going to click on this car, we'll listen to the startup sound, and then we'll learn some more about it. Alright, we're going to click on Car Collection, go to this vehicle, and we'll learn some more by reading this short description about it. This iconic race car brought Jaguar many victories, notably against turbocharged competitors. In the golden era of racing, Jaguar was a force to be reckoned with, especially at the 24 Hours of Le Mans, where the classic Marquis won 5 times from 1951 to 1957. And then Jaguar took a long break, not returning to the Sarthe circuit until 1986, when the company re-emerged with the Group C race car, the XJR-6, developed by TWR, or Tom Walkinshaw Racing. Designed by noted Formula One designer Tony Southgate, the XJR-6 was a bit different from other Group C cars in that it did not have a turbocharged power plant. Most teams opted with small displacement turbocharged engines to improve fuel efficiency, but Jaguar went with pure power, in the form of a naturally aspirated 6.5-liter V12, which grew to 7.0 liters in the XJR-9, which produced about 690.3 horsepower. The XJR-9 competed with perennial powerhouses such as Nissan, Toyota, Mercedes-Benz, and Porsche at the 1988 24 Hours of Le Mans. The XJR-9 took the checkered flag with Jan Lammers, Johnny Dumfries, and Andy Wallace sharing the driving duties. It was a historic moment for Jaguar, which returned to glory at the famed French circuit after a long absence. So lots of great information about the history of this vehicle from Gran Turismo 7's description about it. Now we're going to back out to the main menu once again and go next door to the cafe where we'll see if anybody's here to talk to us about this car. And we have one person, and that's Jeremy, so let's see what he has to say. The 1988 24 Hours of Le Mans was one for the history books. Jaguar fans from the UK showed up in force with Union Jack flags waving all around the track. It was a sight I'll never forget. This is the car that brought Jaguar the victory that day. It finally got the better of the Porsches that had dominated Le Mans for so long. It certainly put a smile on the legions of British fans. But they first had to endure a stressful race. It wasn't until the end that Jaguar was able to put away the Porsche that was applying pressure all race. Just thinking of it now sends a chill down my spine. Alright, we're going to make one final stop down at the tuning shop where I'll show you everything that can be done to improve this car's performance and power. But one thing you have to remember is this car comes from the dealer as a race car, a GR1 race car nonetheless. And so a lot of the parts that are available at the tuning shop are either already added to this car or it has superior parts to the ones that are available. So I will still show you everything that can be added to it, but it's not going to be a whole lot. So under the sports category, you can see nothing is available under this category except for the tires. Under club sports, you can only add 2 power reducing items, the ballasts and the power restrictor. Under semi-racing, you can add a fully customizable computer, a high RPM turbocharger, the fully customizable LSD, and the fully customizable manual transmission, but everything else on this page is not available for purchase. And under the racing category, you can add a racing muffler, the slotted discs racing brake kit, the brake balance controller, the fully customizable suspension, the fully customizable racing transmission, and any of the racing tires, but again, everything else on this page is not available. So while there is a limited amount that you can do to this car to upgrade it, there's enough that can give you that little extra edge, and I can tell you by adding the high RPM turbocharger, it does raise the performance points a great deal for a car of this stature. So it does help on the track to upgrade it to that extent. Alright, well that's everything we can learn about this car from Gran Turismo 7, so I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope it helps you to determine whether or not you'd like to add this vehicle to your collection. Stay tuned for more videos about all of the different cars of Gran Turismo 7. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.